Hello, hello, apa khabar? Selamat datang and welcome to Virtually Peranakan Fest 2023, celebrating our colorful culture. Welcome to the festival. My name is Alvin Owen, the organizer and host from Peranakan Sayang. This is our fourth year of this annual festival, online festival, to help keep our culture alive and kicking. And it is for Peranakans around the world. Do say hi in the comment section and tell us where in the world you are watching this festival from. I hope you all have been well. Semua baik-baik, sehat-sehat, bagus. Thank you so much for joining us, Kamsia. And right now, it's my pleasure to bring on my co-host all the way from Malacca, my kawan baik. Please welcome Cedric Tan. Hello, ba.
Dari Melaka, selamat datang. Welcome
Oh,
to everybody.
wow, your place very cantik lah. Got all the baju-baju kat belakang lah.
Yalah, promoting the kebaya as because of the nomination to UNESCO, as a cultural intangible cultural heritage. Yeah, so
Exactly,
in support.
exactly. And from your house in Malacca, we are going to somebody's house in Singapore lah. Have you been there tak?
I have, and I tell you, you will be amazed. That's the only word I can say, amazed. And bring your
Amazed,
sunglasses along.
Why?
Because
Banyak bling.
that's not only the place is so colorful, but also sparkling.
Sparkling. And do note that this is in Singapore, and it's in a public housing called the HDB, Housing Development Board. Okay, so it's a flat lah.
So this one is what I call it as the Norman's Cave, not
Norman's Cave.
Norman's Cave.
Okay, so it's time to bring on our presenter and our guest. Let's bring on Norman Cho. Hello, ba. Apa khabar? Wow.
Hello everyone. Selamat datang to my rumah burung komba kecil saya. My tiny little flat
Tiny
in
little
Singapore.
Yeah.
Alam punya barang Mak Datuk.
Wow. I mean, I feel shy lah. I'm Singaporean and we stay like not many kilometers away, but I've not been to Norman's house yet. So I must
Datang lah, welcome anytime.
Anytime. So everybody around the world will contact Norman and then everybody go to Norman's house.
Boleh.
Stand by to charge a little entrance fee. Obviously lah.
Of course,
so
Norman
today
is
also
also,
very good chance for you
author
to.
For the, he's the author of the book Bejewelled as well. That's why it's got bling bling lah.
Yeah, so it's a good chance for you to take a preview of my home before you come lah.
Okay. So we should have a tour around your house. What are we going to do today, Norman?
Okay, maybe just a little bit background about old Peranakan houses. In the old days, people used to stay in one place for many years, like 50 years, 60 years, 100, 200 years. Unlike Singapore where we, change house every 10 years to a new place, 10, 20 years we stay, we move. Yeah. So in the old days, you can see that, most houses are stayed by subsequent generations of the families. And, because of that, you can see a whole range of furniture, artifacts from various eras, as well as different kind of articles from different culture as the trend, changes. So in my house, I've got a little bit of this and that so that I can show you how furniture evolved, and things in the Peranakan house, how they evolved.
Okay. So we're going on a tour of your home.
Yeah, I will just flip the screen and I will just bring you on a tour.
Okay. So for those of you watching this stream and you have any questions or want to ask about what Norman has in his house, please write in the comments and then we'll try to answer your comments as best as possible.
Yes, prepared to be bedazzled.
Bedazzled, eh? Wow, the first thing I see, got Norman's portrait at the back, one big portrait.
Okay, wow. I flipped the screen.
So nice.
Are you able to see?
Yes, very nice.
Okay, first and foremost, in the old Peranakan house, when you enter it will always be facing the altar. Okay, in the
Yes.
old days, and my great grandfather, even when he's staying in the flat, he insisted that altar should always be facing the door. So that is a mark of respect to the altar, and also whoever comes in, the first thing you will see is the altar. So that is the traditional layout of the old Peranakan house. So I do not have an altar, but I simulated an altar by placing a table facing the door. This is a old Namwood table. Okay, Namwood table is a first generation of table. Probably about 150 years ago, they were using this quite commonly. You can see
Right.
the detail of the carvings.
Very nice.
Yeah. Okay. And as I go along, I will show you how the chair is also evolved. Okay. These are the mother of pearl chairs. These are also very old. They may date back from the late 1900s till around 1930s. They are using this. Yeah. Then subsequently, as they get more anglicized, this kind of chair came about. Okay.
Right.
These are the armchair, teak wood, and is done in very European style. You can see that the structure is very European, unlike the mother of pearl, which is very Chinese in style. Okay.
Yes. And the rattan?
And the rattan is because we are living in the tropics, so it's very cooling to have rattan instead of a solid wood. So most of the furniture, the settee, they will put rattan back, rattan seat. And incidentally, this kind of rattan chair, in the old days when they used to asap the stangi, they will leave the baju on top so that they can asap, permeate from the rattan under the chair. Yeah.
So how do you maintain such a furniture with? Is there anybody who does rattan these days?
Yeah, in Singapore, I think there is only one person who did it. Okay,
nice.
Behind you can see this is actually a door for the wall cupboard. I just placed it there because it's quite tall, so it cannot really mount onto my wall. So I just placed it behind.
I thought it was a window.
It looks like a window. Okay, maybe I'll bring to the other side.
Into
Piatu, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here is another chair. This chair again, is very interesting. This is a later period. This is from the 1920s, 30s. They have this more elaborate teak and gold chair. They will add gold leaf to the chair. Okay, and you can see what is interesting is the chair is actually a fusion of design. Structurally, it's very European, but when you look at the details, you can see very Chinese design.
Okay. Wow, it's a
dragon armrest.
Yes, wow, this is very nice.
Yeah, okay, then you can see that the backrest is actually a shield, which is very European. But
yes.
within the shield, you can see a lion playing with a ball, which is very Chinese. And again, when you look at the crown on top, a pair of phoenix flanking the peony. Okay.
Wow.
So, and again, the seat is actually a butterfly.
Okay.
And what kind of wood is this?
Basically, they like to use teak wood because teak wood is quite resistant to termites. Yeah. Okay. And as we go along, you can see portraits of my great grandparents. This lady, she is Wee Sui Hun. Her grandmother is actually the second daughter of Baba Tanjung Block from Malacca. I think Cedric would be familiar with Baba Tanjung Block. And
Kamcheng ancestors.
yeah, one of the Tanjung Block ancestors. Okay, then next I will bring you to look at porcelain.
The porcelain collection.
Here you see all the blue and white, okay?
Yes.
Blue and white wares. Many people have this notion that blue and white wares are pingamangkuk semayang, okay? But in the old days, they are not strictly used for semayang. It's only towards the 1900 where people start to use it more for semayang when all the colored ones start coming in. And they call this kind pingamangkuk banji. Banji, okay, I'll show you what is banji.
Is it because they jump off the shelf? They go bungee jumping?
Oh, no. Okay. Here you see, can you see the design, the key fret design around the border?
Yes.
This is called banji. It's a Chinese word. Hokkien, banji means 1,000 it's a ban, you know, ban. Ji is a character. So they call it banji. Because it's shaped like the Chinese character of, 10,000. So
yeah, reminds me of mahjong, no?
Correct. So
Chucky.
that is the story behind Pingamangkuk banji, and you can see that some of these are strictly not meant for semayang, because way behind you can see those very fine ones which are gilded. And you see the plate is actually gilded.
Yes.
So they are not meant for the altar tables. Okay, and most of them are scalloped, so they're quite fine. And going down, these are the designs which are more popular in Malacca. I have yet to come across this kind of celadon blue and white in Penang. Okay, then as you go along, you can see that they even have characters of double happiness, which is very popularly, used during weddings. So it also shows that, in the old days, they are not strict about, blue and white being on the altar table. Okay. So not for semayang, the ancestors lah. So it's only later on we use it for ancestors' altar.
Very nice.
Yeah. So these are all the various blue and white. They call it Pingamangkuk banji. Okay. Next, I'll move on to the table. This is to show you the colored Nyonya ware.
Yes.
Okay, the colored ones, they call it Pingamangkuk Shanghai. Nowadays, all the collectors term it Nyonya ware. So the reason why they call it Pingamangkuk Shanghai perhaps is exported through the ports of Shanghai. Then they call it Pingamangkuk Shanghai. So
What
all the
period would this
Peranakan
be
family.
in?
Okay, the earliest we have seen dates from the Tao Kwang era, which is probably Tao Kwang is around 1820s to 1850. So I would expect it to be around late Tao Kwang. Probably they start importing this around 1840s onwards. And most of the Tao Kwang pieces are very plain design without a phoenix, the early Tao Kwang. Okay, so an example would be like that. This bowl, you have pieces like that dating from Tao Kwang period, which is around 1840s, up to around 1850s. Okay, this is also an early period Tao Kwang one. Basically, they are white base.
White base, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the early pieces are white base. Okay. And this is also an early period, which is Tongji period, which is around 1850s, 1860, that period. Okay. So basically, I've noticed that design-wise, they have the phoenix and the pheasant. This is a pheasant series. You can see that the bird has a shorter neck as opposed to the phoenix, which got a longer neck.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
This is the phoenix. You can see the
Yes.
longer neck. Yeah. Okay. Then on top of that, there are also pieces which comes from Japan.
Ah,
We also have Nyonya ware, which are not made in China, but they come from Japan. Okay, it's designed for the Nyonya market. And basically, the difference is that it's very brightly colored, and generally, most of them do not come with a chop.
okay.
And
But are
you
the
can
designs the same? The elements?
design are very similar.
Mm.
Yeah, to the Peranakan taste. You can see all the peonies and the birds and the butterflies. Okay, except that the color is much brighter and the enamel is thinner. You can see it's more fluid, the way they paint.
Are these common or are they less common and more desirable?
Okay, these are from the later period. I wouldn't say that later as in very late. During the Meiji era, they were competing against China for the export market of porcelain to Southeast Asia because the demand was so good. So they were able to provide better pricing. So the Peranakans ordered some of this from them just to save cost. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And basically, most of them are actually generally they are white base. So towards 1900, or rather coming to the 1900, colored pieces start to come about. You can see it's full color.
Yes. And these are all hand painted, yeah?
Hand painted, yeah. So you've got green, pink, yellow, all the colors of the rainbow. Okay. Then again, this one you can see is spittoon. Okay. So miniature spittoons are used for makan siri. So Peranakans, as you know, in the old days, the women folk, when you come to the house, what is very important, they will welcome you with a Siri. They will bring up the Siri set. This is a Siri set, okay, where all the various condiments are put inside. This gambe, and betel nut are placed in all these containers, and they will welcome. So they will chew. So when you go to the house, nowadays we will welcome people with tea and coffee. But on top of that, the first thing you come in, they will welcome you with a Siri.
Have you ever tried Siri before?
Unfortunately, no. I do not know whether Cedric has.
Cedric, have you tried?
I have. Yes, I have. Yes,
You have,
that leathery taste. It leaves a leathery taste on your tongue. And a bit of mabuk thingy.
So that's why they have this term mabuk pinang. Have you heard?
Yes.
Tipsy.
Yes, mabuk pinang, correct.
Then again, I show you another series set. This one, not many people are aware. It's a portable set. You can bring it around in case the house who you go to do not have Siri. You can bring your own portable set to chew.
Wow.
All the various compartments. Okay.
And where were these made from? Do you know?
This kind teak wood locally made, whereas the ones with all these boxes, mainly they are made in Palembang, lacquerware, and some made in China.
Nice.
Yeah, but all these containers, they are either local made or made in China. Yeah, we are close up on the details. You see the flowers?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, Siri is very important in the Peranakan culture, especially in weddings. When the women folk, want to marry their daughter, they will ante Siri. So they will invite woman guests by bringing a crate of Siri to invite them, instead of this wedding card. Nowadays, we just use wedding card, post senang. Last time we have to go physically to their house to, invite them over. So that is to show sincerity lah. Then it's also very important during the wedding. During the duration of the wedding, the Siri will be placed on the wedding bed, okay? Because the wedding bed is not supposed to be left empty when unused. It will invite spirits, yeah. So they will cannot be kosong lah. They have to put the Siri set.
Oh.
And also, most importantly, Siri set. If let's say the mother of the groom were to suspect that the bride is unchaste, within the 12th day, she want to annul the marriage, she will just topple over the Siri set to signify that, the marriage is annulled.
I also heard that they topple the nasi lemak.
Nasi lemak, I'm not too sure. You may have to ask Cedric.
What a waste of food.
Yeah. the nasi sudah basi kan, then they buang.
Then okay, so that's about the Siri.
That's one wall,
One wall. And this is the wedding portrait of my another great grandparents. This was taken in Havelock Road in Singapore. This is Kawin Dulu Kala, 1920s. Yeah.
Nice.
This is the Manchu style. They were dressed in the Manchu style. Okay. This is another beautiful vase. You can see how full it is. Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. As we go along, that is
Ah,
my portrait.
yes.
You can
That's
see
such
my
a grand portrait.
Yeah. This was done by Alvin Ong for me.
Yeah, not me.
Not Alvin Un, Alvin Ong.
Almost there. Good try.
You can see the artist has actually incorporated one of my krosang. This is my favorite krosang.
Right.
So as you can see that when people commission portraits, they will feature things which they like, either their favorite baju or their favorite jewelry, and have it immortalized in the portrait with them.
Wow.
So
Is that your favorite chair?
Yeah, that is my first chair when I got. That's why it's a favorite.
Nice.
Okay, I will show you even. I even feature it in my book, The Bejewelled Lives of the Peranakan.
Yes.
Yeah, can you see the deer? And actually, it's very tiny. It's not so. It's not so large. It's very tiny, but we blew it up big. Yeah. Okay.
So this is the
The
featured,
real bling bling.
Yeah.
the featured
real
brooch on
bling-bling.
your art, yeah? On
Yeah.
your portrait.
Correct.
Nice.
Then here is my entryway. Before I go out, sometimes I will just check myself.
Okay,
Mirror.
everybody check yourself.
And here are some photos of
I'm
my
checking my hand.
grandmother, myself, wedding photo of my parents. Yeah. And I got some
Wow.
other collection. Some these are the pounder for the Siri.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. And I've got some European dolls. And the box in the middle is actually a tea warmer.
Tea
Inside
warmer.
consists of cushions, so you can just put your teapot inside to keep your tea warm. Yeah. As we go along, bakosia, chana, where they use for prayer during the important occasion. Such as the weddings, the empress, Jade Empress birthday, they will use chana. These are all beaded shoes. belonging to my grandmother and my mom.
Very nice.
Yeah. So you have the blue one, which is for Tuaha. This one. Yeah. Okay. This is the kasut tongkang or kasut pelidung, which is the first generation of shoes.
Much older.
Much older, more than 100 years. Before the manit was popular, they used embroidered kasut. Okay, so you have
These
more of
are
the embroidered.
gold metal wires, isn't it?
Yeah, gold thread and silver thread, and some are just silk thread. The colored ones are the silk thread. Yeah, these are all the whole. They call it kasut serit lah because it's flat. It doesn't have high heels. It's very flat. And this particular one, you can see, is actually kasut kawin for the bride, the wedding shoes. It's a bit tarnished, but it looks like the Chinese schoolgirl shoe, that kind of pattern.
Yes.
Okay, then this is the kasut jantan, which is the men's beaded slippers. Some people may not be aware. The men do also use beaded slippers. Yeah.
They're just as vain, huh?
Yeah.
Cedric, you ada tak?
Sure have lah, Cedric.
But I only use it in the bedroom, not for out.
Okay, here is the offering dishes. They call it alas kamcheng. I tend to find this mainly in Malacca because I've not seen them in Penang. So I would think that these are Malacca Singapore items, because not all the receptacles are peculiar to every region. Some are only unique to certain region. So offering dishes such as this, very beautiful. Back and front is painted. They are from Malacca.
And this color is also very rare.
Yeah, it's olive green. Some they call it the tai itik color.
Tai itik.
Dirty green.
They get a shock. So they shit hungry. Dirty olive green.
So this is my collection of miniature cosmetic basins. You can see that these are for, it looks like chupu, for powder lah, for bedak sejuk, for what you call that, hair oil. You can see the tiny hair oil basin. Okay, next I'll move on to
rare,
more
right,
porcelain.
to the bigger pieces.
Wow.
More fun to collect, nicer. Okay, I like to
amazing
group them in colors. These are my pink collection, pink and yellow.
The top row.
Wow, yellow.
And pink. Yes. All shapes and sizes ada, eh?
Chupu, teacup. So you can see this particular design, the one with the bird. This one is more peculiar to Penang, because in Malacca I don't come across them. Yeah.
Malacca no bird, ah?
Don't know. You ask Cedric lah. Malacca got bird.
I'll show you.
So you can see the tiny teapot. Then the pear-shaped one is a coffee pot. Okay, that one is more Western style. Okay, now we go second row.
Wow.
Okay. So those with design painted inside, they call it in and out design, meaning that is fully painted internally and externally. Okay.
Are these supposed to be used for food as well?
Yeah, they are tableware, so they are actually used for food. Yeah. It's only the thicker ones, the alas kamcheng, they normally use for the altar, and also to alas kamcheng. is to okay, now it's clearer. I've opened the door. Okay, these are the rarer pieces.
Ooh,
Oh, I love
Okay.
that.
You can
Very
see that
nice.
this is in and out. Okay. Inside is
Yes.
painted. So you actually have to pay the company twice the amount of money,
Double
because it's
work.
double the work. Yeah. And incidentally, this design comes from Malacca. These are the Malacca
Dori
design.
cakap rumah lu macam museum lah.
Thank you. Okay.
Bukan macam.
It is.
Itu rumahnya memang museum.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Then
Cantik.
we go another row. You can see
Wow.
these are also the
This is
in and out.
very nice.
These are salmon pink.
Salmon pink.
Also peculiar to Malacca, because somehow I find that most of the in and out actually originate from Malacca, and some houses in Singapore who have roots in Malacca, they do have them. Okay, so you can see how beautiful it is inside.
Yes.
Cantik.
Yeah. And covered bowls are quite rare. Okay,
Oh. Also in and out.
in and out. Yeah.
Tangan lu bah.
Ya.
Seram bah.
Yeah.
Gua pun takut. Yay.
Okay, so now I move on to the greens. You can see the green, the different design. Okay. Way back there, you can see that there is a milk jar, which is very European.
Yeah, oh yes, at the back.
So the Peranakan porcelain, they have a range of design from Western style to Chinese style. And these are the more common white base. The pink rim one generally comes from Malacca. Penang prefers the white rim ones. Okay. And here you have
Wah, ada lagi one more layer.
precisely what is
The
used
monster.
for alas kamcheng here. You
Yes.
alas the kamcheng. Yeah. Okay, so that is my porcelain cupboard.
Whoa. It's a treasure trove of porcelain
Yeah.
collection.
So normally I will sit myself here to admire my porcelain.
Very nice.
Oh,
Ada lagi.
Okay. This is the Ipan.
Yes.
Ipan are very European back in those days.
Very.
But this particular crochet thing is actually done in Penang. You can see that it's
Yes.
very local. You can find chilies there. Chilies. You can find some local flowers.
Kapong ayam.
Yes. And this one from Indonesia, Palembang lacquerware. In old Peranakan homes, a lot of them, they use Palembang lacquerwares. Yeah. Quite nice actually. There's a huge
Yes.
phoenix there.
Ada lagi.
So this one is a very nice carpet. One of my favorite. You can see that structurally is very European in style. It looks like architecture. If you look at the details of old buildings, colonial buildings, you can find all these architectural details there
Right.
along the cornices of old buildings. Yeah. So they incorporate this in furniture. So even columns, very architectural. They incorporate columns. And what is unique is that you can see that structurally it's very European, but detail-wise is very Chinese. You can see a pair of Chinese lions. There's a vase of flower flanked by 2 phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah. Bats. Again, the lion head legs.
Yes.
Even the side, you can see they actually incorporated bamboo, which is very Chinese. Bamboo plant.
Really beautiful.
Small table. This is very unusual. It's actually the smaller of the round table. This is the 3.5 feet diameter. Normally is 2.5 feet. Sorry. Normally it's a 3.5 feet diameter. Comes with dragon legs.
This one's made for HDB flats.
2-seater. This is meant for 2-seater. But you're right. It's very nice on the HDB.
Yeah, it's smaller.
Yeah. So this is the 2-bimpo, they call it. Actually, it can be used for handkerchief, or some people use it for cosmetic, perfumes and all that they store inside.
Okay.
Yeah? But I store my silverware inside. Yeah. Okay, you have another 2 kamcheng, 1 yellow, 1 white.
I think our viewers are all in awe of your collection. They're all watching and just admiring what you have.
That's great. And this is the only beadwork I have at home.
Yes. Wow, the beadwork comes with music.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, then I have a sort of floral display, which I actually use antique porcelain ware. Because I find that you can use your porcelain ware, need not be everything in the cupboard. Yeah. And I have also this very nice detail of this thick and gold table with the lion head. Okay, so that's about it.
Wow.
A short tour of
what
my
a
place.
wonderful tour. Very nice. If anybody has any comments or questions, please put them in the comments section. And we've just got a few minutes if you have any questions that you may like to ask Baba Norman. And one question I'd like to ask Norman is, how long have you been staying there, and how long did it take for you to put everything together?
Okay, I've been here for the past 17 years, but my collection is actually accumulated through time because you don't normally get things overnight. So ever since I was staying with my mom and my mom's place, I started my collection bit and pieces.
How do you start? What encourages you to collect all these artifacts? And how do you then upgrade yourself in the sense that becoming discerning about better quality materials, and what do you do with the rest of the materials that you have?
Okay, I started collecting because over the years, when I was very young, such pieces were quite common in the homes of my ipos and my aunties. And over the years, I found that they are disappearing because, simply put it, they are just throwing them away.
Yes.
Selling to Karangoni because they say, old fashioned and all that. So that is how I thought, such a waste that, you're throwing away the culture. So I started picking up the pieces, from here and there. Sometimes even my relative, I told them, Ipo, you don't want this, if you want to give away, you have to throw or what, you just might as well pass it on to me. Yeah.
I believe most families face the same problems. Maybe from the 70s throughout to 80s and 90s, people were just getting rid of all these things because it was deemed to be old-fashioned.
Yeah. And the other thing is that furniture, they hate to clean. Too much carving.
So Midori from Japan is asking, white base porcelain is from Malacca?
White base, they come in, they were made in China and Japan, but they were imported by Malacca, Singapore, Penang. Even Indonesia, because there are communities of Peranakan in Indonesia as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So your place is your private home. It's not a museum, but people asking, are children allowed into Norman's home or not? Judy. Yeah. Judy is in Melbourne.
Melbourne. Boleh lah, datang lah lain kali.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. Cedric, any other questions before we wrap up this session?
No, I actually have been to Norman's place, and I must tell you, what he has shown you is just a fraction of what he has. Yeah, he has many more beautiful stuff. But I think we are definitely very thankful to Norman, opening your house and also sharing your beautiful favorite stuff with all of us today. Very difficult to get into all these, actually.
Just a couple of questions. Can you elaborate more on Palembang wares?
Palembang wares, because in the old days, the Chinese actually, more than 1,000 years ago, settled down in Palembang almost 2,000 years ago. So they transferred this technique of lacquering to the local Palembang community. So they are very good in Palembang for over 1,000 over years, and that is why they are so well known that the Peranakans, whenever they think of lacquerware, they will import from Palembang.
And one last question. I'm just wondering how you clean all the priceless antiques in display. So fragile.
Yeah, because most of them are fragile. That's why I kept them in the cupboard. So once it's in the cupboard, it's protected by the glass. It won't be that dusty.
Okay, thank you. I think that's all the time that we have for this segment. Thank you so much, Norman, for inviting us to your home to enjoy all your wonderful collection. Cedric, any last words?
No. I think I'm really very happy.
Thank everyone for dropping by my place.
Okay. So thank you, everybody. We certainly hope you enjoyed this program going to Baba Norman Cho's home, Heritage Alive at Rumah Baba Norman. We certainly hope you enjoyed the presentation. Do follow our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure that you get all the latest updates and also all the links to the programs. Coming up next at 3 p.m. Singapore time, or GMT +8, we have Nyonya cooking demonstration, Kerabu Bihun from Penang. We have Pearly Key. So that's going to be a gastronomic experience because she's going to cook live in front of us. So that's pretty exciting, Norman. I hope you join us as well.
Wow. Yeah, you stay tuned.
Yeah, so this has been virtually Peranakan Fest 2023. Thank you so much, Cedric, for joining me as a co-host as well. My name's Alvin Un. I'll see you soon. Kamsia.